Hi, welcome back to Chat Speak. Still here getting the final results of the debate of what the people here thought about it. And these are three people who were here with me watching the debate, and I'm just going to get their opinion about who did well. Do they think Trump did better than Biden? Did Biden do better than expected? So I'm going to let them tell you a little bit about themselves and then give their opinion.
Hello, my name is Joel Medina, business owner, entrepreneur, Hispanic American voting for Trump. I'm going to tell you that Biden had no clue tonight. Everything that he had was CNN repeats. Everything he said was something that's been fed to him. He had no political stance on exactly what he wants to do over Trump. Everything had to go back to Trump and what this man did, and I think he even told the president of the United States to shut up. Sorry, you lost my vote there anyway. There's no respect. So to me, that's fine. They can play that all they want. Conservative Christians don't play that way. We play respectfully, and we abide by the law and order, which he could still not say that all these Antifa people are bad. So anyway, don't get me started. I'll keep going.
How did you? Tell me a little about
I felt the same way. I felt like Joe was like a spitting image of CNN, and it was like every little media excerpt that they've put out there about Trump. Let's see, what did they say about? It was like every article that they've produced on Trump from CNN was Biden's argument today. Well, he did this, and he's dividing our country more than anybody, and didn't want to address law and order, didn't want to address BLM and the protests and riots and everything else. It was kind of what we expected.
It was a repeat.
More than anything, it was what I expected, and 100% still a Trumper.
And who are you?
I'm Katie Medina. I'm Joel's husband. Joel's wife. Hey,
settle down, Biden.
Come on, man.
I am the husband of Joel Medina.
All right, and tell us your name and a little bit about yourself, and how do you think the debate went?
My name is Brian ONeill. I live in Grand Prairie, Texas. I believe that Trump definitely won the debate. Even when he announced he was going to be run for office in 2016, they came out and attacked him from the very get-go. I've watched videos by Oprah back in 1985. She asked him, would you consider running for president? And the statement he made was, if this country continues to go down the tubes financially over the last 10, 20, 30 years, he would consider it. And since 1980s, I've looked at the numbers financially. The country has constantly went into debt, almost regardless of who is in office, Republican, Democrat, trillions, 10 trillion, 20 trillion, 25 trillion. Trump comes in, puts a stop to it. The international trade deals that's been made for the last 35 years, selling the country out. All of our jobs in my lifetime have slowly trickled overseas. Trump was the only one who even mentioned to put a stop to it. Obama says, what's he going to do? Wave a magic wand? No, do something about it. Put your foot down. Trump's the only president that I believe has put his foot down. And it's pissed off people on both sides. Because I believe they got their fingers in it, Dems and Republicans. And I think originally he was going to run as an independent, but he had to choose a side. Thank God he went to the moral side. I believe that's Republicans. We stand for God, freedom, liberty, and law and order. Trump was the first president I've ever voted for in my life. When he made the statement about Israel, his family, there's relatives, I just said I'm all in. He's one of the few presidents that ever said that the United Nations should be thrown out of the country. If I recall correctly, I'm getting older, my memory's going, but I believe he said that. I'm all in. Trump, all the way, 2020.
Trump 2020.
And another thing that I really realized recently is that Trump has changed the whole platform moving forward. Yeah. We are no longer going to expect to see the politician get up and say, well, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Right. And I'm going to be a wonderful president. I'm going to say the perfect words and the perfect, everything has to be politically correct. That's all out of the door. It's gone. Thank God Trump has done away with that, and it's given the American people more of a chance to say, hey, you know what? They don't have to be a political science major. They don't have to have a law degree to run our country. They need to know what our country is based on, what our Constitution stands for, and that's what they need to back. And that, just like Shelley Luther, people are attacking her because she's a hairdresser. You look beyond that. She's not just a hairdresser. Her dad is a veteran, a 24-year veteran. He went to Vietnam. You know, she owns a business. She doesn't have a cosmetology license. She's a business owner, which is what Trump is. So he's opened that door for other people like her to step up as normal citizens, which the government should be run by as us, the people. So, you know, he's set a new stage. He's, you know, pretty much changed the way that I think we'll be voting on elections from here on out.
You know, one of the things that I've voted every 2 years, every 2 to 4 years, and when I vote for a president, you know, I just really never thought that my vote mattered. I thought that they were always picked and planned for us. But with the election of Trump, I really do. That really let me know that my vote count, because he went against the establishment. He went against everything, and I do think that for everything that he went through, as well as the cheating, I think there had to be some divine intervention there, because I do think that Trump right now is giving us a remission. Because I think that America has become like Sodom and Gomorrah. And in my pages, I get messages from people from New Zealand, from Germany, from everywhere. And they tell me, don't let them steal your freedoms, because we don't have freedoms here. Y'all are the last hope, that we're praying for y'all. And they're saying Trump 2020. And I just want to leave this with y'all that, I mean, you here in the United States, and even if you're watching from abroad, get involved. Get out and go vote. Like she was saying, you just don't have to be someone that has a lot of money, that has a lot of connections. That there was I can't remember where it was from, but it was a sheriff, and he's a transsexual devil worshiper, and he just won the sheriff's office because no one ran against him, and no one looked and see. They just voted down ballot. So get out, get involved. Even though we're in the election of 2020, we still have 2022, we still have 2024. We need to get out, we need to work, we need to keep our country as it is right now. Trump is not going to be in the office forever, and we need to be the sounding voice that keeps our country from socialism, from communism, and like Larry Elder says, let's get out there, because we have a country to save.
Amen. That's right. Register and vote. Make sure your registration's right before November 3rd.
And vote in person.
In person.
In person. And
That's
no
right.
early voting.
That's right.
All right. Thank you for listening.
Amen.
Like, share, subscribe. It's getting late out here. And comment what you think. Have a good evening.